So I've had a squeak on my hardtail for a while. Definitely isn't the bottom bracket because that's been changed 3 times. I've got a feeling it was the rear hub. So I've changed the bearings yesterday and we're going to see whether it at least rules it out. But I'm going to take it up Clent and give it another blast up Clent. And off we go again, hitting the amazing deep wood. Please don't do this if, or don't do it quickly if you've never done it before. Just because you've got a hardtail, don't mean you can't shred, it still shreds. It's just you've got to anticipate the bounce on the back. If you're coming from a full sus onto a hardtail, just be really careful. They are a lot of fun though. You just got to be so careful. As you can see, Ben's pulling away over the rooty sections, which is fine. I don't mind that at all. That bit's really blown out. You can ride the trails a million times. You can ride it over and over again. Obviously in Slockdown we have done. But if you jump on a hardtail, this trail's going to seem completely different every single time. Nice. That's why I love hardtail so much. So that was quite a wicked ride, really enjoyed it. Obviously second ride out with Ben Lahr, awesome. Obviously I took the Sonder out with me. Now every time I get back, I don't know what other people do, I like to check over the bike just to make sure before I jump on it again there's nothing drastically wrong with it. So I'll kind of go across the bike this way. So luckily there's been no squeaks, creaks, cracks, anything like that that would come to my attention. But on a ride, if you notice something like that, you've got to investigate a bit further. But when I get back, certain things I like to do. So I like to make sure that I haven't screwed my wheel up at all. So I'll just check it's true. It's as true as it's going to be. I think first time I put the tyre on, I actually hit something on the side of the tyre and it's kind of warped the tyre a little bit. The rim is actually really true. So yesterday I did a full bearing replacement in the back hub because it was creaking a little bit. So that seems to have done the job. So we're going to look at the derailleur, just make sure there's tension on that, which there is. Obviously with the clutch off, it's a lot easier. Again, these bloody Chinese cranks are incredible. But what I do every time after a ride as well, it's just habit. I kind of measure my chain just to make sure. As you can see, that's not even dropping through on the 75%. So there's no way obviously it's going to drop through on the 100%. So it is a fairly new chain. I think I've got like 4 rides on it. So chain check, chain's fine. I'll degrease the chain and I'll add some fresh lubricant to that, some dry lube for this time of year. So again, I'm looking around. There's no cracks on the welds. There's not going to be. I mean, all the welds on this Sonder they're pretty awesome, to be honest. I'll swap the bars back over. I'll put these DMR bars back on. There's a bit more rise. The Sonder's got a lower stack height than full sus, and full sus sits really high. So I put the riser bars back on, and it felt lowered better today. Again, making sure the wheels are true, and then all I'll do, I'll just go around and I'll check these spokes, make sure there's plenty of tension, not too much tension. You don't want the spokes pulling it, but it's pretty good. I had these wheels built and they've been good, to be honest. Okay, there's no dings on the rim. No dings on the rim, although they do need a bit of a wash. So I think that'll be my job, one of my jobs this afternoon. I'll give it a good wash over and re-lubricate. And the good thing about the hardtail, there's a lot less stuff to look at than a full sus. When you've got your full sus, obviously
you wobble your wheel a little bit, see if you've got any play in your pivot bearings. There's a lot more to go wrong on a full sus. One of the reasons I love hardtails so much. But that's it, I'm checking, I've wiggled the crank, see if there's any play in the cranks at all, and there's not. Pedals feel really smooth, so bearings are good in the pedals. And it's took me as long to do that as it has to film this video. If I hadn't stopped talking to the camera, I'd have done the front wheel as well and checking all the spokes, but I know it's all fine anyway. But these are the things that you got to check. Again, if your brakes feel a bit sloppy on the trail, you want to be checking your brake pads, and possibly these are XT brakes, so I've got a bleed kit on there, the little funnel. It takes like 20 minutes to do both properly. Awesome. I noticed obviously the little ferrules come off the end here, so I'm going to put another one on just to keep it tidy, stop that cable fraying and getting any more damaged. But that is about it. So that's my guideline. How do you guys do it? I'll be interested to find out if you're more meticulous than me. But at the end of the day, bikes have to be ridden, and you're gonna have to do a certain amount of maintenance to get them back up to scratch. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up and subscribe. Just a note, what annoys me when you do maintenance, and I've had this as well when I've taken my bike into bike shops. So I serviced the free hub bearings, and I serviced the main wheel bearings in the back with this Bontrager. Now 108 points of engagement it's got with the 6 pulls. That's why I love the wheel so much. But obviously when you first service it and you re-grease everything, it sounds like a little bit of grease has got into where the pulls are. So I haven't got that really loud click now. Sounds pretty cool, especially when you're going fast, but I do love a loud click.